Alright guys, in this chapter I'm going to show you how to use external libraries. So this is where we left off last time, where we used our own My Awesome library inside our contract, my contract, and we used the function safely add from this My Awesome library in line 16. So in this chapter, instead of using our own library, we are going to use an external library. So the library we're going to use is OpenZeppelin's Safe Math library. This is actually a very famous library and used all over the place. Before I use it though, I'm going to explain why we should use this Safe Math library. Before I explain that, let's deploy this contract. So I will compile it and then I'm going to deploy it. Okay, cool. And then we have this test X and X. X we know is 12 and we can add anything to X. Add 20 and it should give us 32. All these numbers, X, Y, and Z, are unsigned integer 8. So they can handle up to the number 256. But what happens if I add something to X and it gives a value that's more than 256? I'm going to add 255X and that should have given me 267. But 267 is more than 256. Let's see. We don't get 267. We get 11 instead. And this is because of something called overflow. What overflow is once it hits the maximum number, it starts counting again from the lowest number possible. So once we added 12 to 255, 1 goes towards 256, and the rest 11 gets counted again from 0. So we get 11. So if we use OpenZeppelin Safe Math, this should help us fix this problem of silent failure. And this is why OpenZeppelin Safe Math is very popular. So let's see how we can use it. First, we can go to the GitHub and get this address directly. Then we see the name of the library is SafeMath, and the function we can use is actually function add, which shows an error if there is a overflow. Okay. So we can get rid of our old library. Instead of that, we can just import a Safe Math library like this. And once we have imported the library, we know that this Safe Math library works only for unsigned integer 256, so event. So we change all our event 8 to event. There are similar libraries for unsigned integer 8, but there are ways to stop the overflow for that. But I'm not going to go over in this class. I've already shown you what overflow is. And let's say we're trying to fix the problem for just a normal unsigned integer. So I've changed all my unsigned integer 8 to unsigned 56, which is the normal unsigned integer. And then I'm going to change the name of the function to this, and actually not this, my bad, this is the library function. And we also need to change the name of the library itself, SafeMath. Copy that. And so this import is nothing but this URL. Cool. So let's try and compile this. It compiled without any errors. And then let's try and deploy this. Edit. We get a new deployment, and this should also work fine. Cool. Add a huge number. So add it to it. So this is how you use an external library, and this is it for this chapter. Thank you.